stuck in traffic or delayed by a late train is no fun when you encounter problems in your commute. Now the State Highway Administration has come to the rescue to provide time-saving traffic and transit updates directly to your phone. It's a service that will surely make your commute an easier one. SHA Public Information Officer Laura Rakowski joins us with more on this new system. Hi Laura, how are you? Welcome to Commuter Connections.
Thank you.
511. Sounds like fun.
It does. Oh, that's a great jingle. I like that.
Yeah, I come up with these things. Tell us about this new Maryland 511 relay system. What's it all about?
Well, Maryland 511 is new one-stop shopping for all your traffic and travel needs. If you have traffic questions, 511 has your traffic answers.
So how does it work exactly?
Well, you can call 511 from any land or mobile line, or if you're having an issue, and we have had some issues, particularly with the large complexes, phone systems that are in companies, for example, you'll then dial toll-free 1-855-GO-MD-511, and there's also and there's also a web component, which is www.md511.org.
Now, when did this begin? Because this is all so new. When did it all happen?
It is new. It's brand new. In fact, it was promised in the fall, and SHA delivered it a little early. We had it go online August 11th, just in time for Labor Day travel and the Grand Prix rolling into Baltimore. So it'll be worthwhile for folks traveling.
That's perfect timing. Now, what was the genesis for this? How did it come about that folks said, let's get all this stuff at people's fingertips? Let's make it easy for the consumer.
Sure. It's actually been a long time coming, ever since 1999, in fact.
Oh, okay.
And what happened before 511, across the country, there were 300 different phone numbers for traffic and travel information. So if you were traveling from coast to coast, you wouldn't know necessarily which number to call. The U.S. Department of Transportation saw this as an issue and decided to contact the FCC, get a phone number designated to have one consistent source across the nation, and that's what 511 delivers.
That's amazing. So it's a uniform number. If I'm going somewhere, wherever I'm driving, I can dial 511 and get the information.
Exactly. If you're traveling here, our neighboring state, Virginia, has had it for several years. It's new here in Maryland, and we're encouraging folks to use it, but we also need to add the caveat, we need you to use it safely. So remember, yes, in Maryland.
Hands-free.
Hands-free, exactly. No texting, no handheld cell phone use in Maryland.
I guess just to understand this, it doesn't matter if I'm in downtown or if I'm out in the outskirts. If I dial 511, I'm going to get what type of information?
It's an automated interactive phone line that offers information on every Maryland state highway route throughout the state, whether you're calling from Interstate 83 in Baltimore County or I-68 in Western Maryland. It's automated, and you can find out traffic information, crashes, road work, weather conditions. So particularly as we're going into hurricane season and then the winter storm season, 511 will be a great resource for travelers.
Now, what would the customer do? Would they just say what road they're in, or it just reports if there are any delays on your particular road in general?
Well, again, it's automated and it's interactive. So there is a general menu prompt that will guide you through the process. Maryland is divided into 4 areas. So there's Central Maryland, Northern Baltimore, the Southern Capital Region, which is Washington, D.C., and then the Eastern Shore, Western Maryland. So 4 sources across the state. And you would just designate which information you want. The phone will automatically recognize what area you're calling from, which are the 4 major regions you're calling from.
That's incredible technology.
It is. And you can, once you become familiar with the 511 system, you don't necessarily need to wait to go through the entire menu. You can interrupt it at any time and give a specific route that you're looking for information on.
That sounds great. Now, is this operational 24 hours a day? Because there are folks who are on the road late at night, 1 in the morning, midnight. So is it open 24 hours a day, updated?
Absolutely. Every day, 365 days a year, 366 in a leap year, and 24 hours a day.
Now, does SHA operate this, or who mans the phones or updates the information?
The contract is actually managed by a company called Televent. They're managed out of Rockville, Maryland. It's a multi-million-dollar contract for 5 years, and that's to, they set up the system, they're managing the system, maintaining it, and also evolving the system as well. So there will be new features added on in the next couple of years.
That's great. Now, how's the reaction been? I mean, this has got to be something that the public really likes.
Yes, absolutely. Whether you're commuting, if you're traveling across state for a weekend trip, or if you're new to Maryland, it adds more predictability to your commute, which is really what 511 is all about. At the end of the day, it's about time savings, getting home quicker to be with your family, fuel cost savings, as well as saving the frustration that often breeds frustration and unsafe driving. So
now, tell me this. You're talking about frustration in driving. Well, is this something that's a good idea for folks who are like heading to the ocean, the folks who are trying to go to these hot spots around the state? This, to me, is like a panacea for solving that whole, should I take this road?
Exactly. Who hasn't been on that road before where there's two different routes, I-95 or 895? Do I take the Beltway or do I go through town?
Right.
And this is what 511 can help you determine.
Well, that sounds great. Well, I appreciate you joining us
well,
today.
Thank you.
And I'm going to use the 511 service.
I use it every day. I used it today to get here to meet with you. So.
Gotta love it. Coming up next, we'll answer your service-related transit questions in our Ask the MTA segment. Next.